You stand beneath the Egyptian desert, deep underground. Torches flicker against stone walls, sealed to swallow sound. It is 2200 BC. You are a young soldier summoned after midnight with orders that make no sense. Bring honey, 10 jars, tell no one. A child stands on a stone platform, not crying, not speaking, trained not to move. Servants coat him in honey until his skin gleams gold in the torchlight. The air begins to hum. Containers around the chamber tremble. Inside them are living instruments, creatures bred, starved, and agitated for one purpose. Then the last door opens. An old man enters, carried by servants. Nearly a century old, ruler of Egypt since childhood. His name is Pepi too. He gestures. The ritual begins. What follows will never be carved into temple walls, never recorded in royal inscriptions, only whispered by priests, hinted at by foreigners, and inferred from graves filled with children who vanished without explanation. The boy survives, barely. He will be kept alive not from mercy, but efficiency. He is expensive to replace. When he heals, it will happen again. And again. This was not an isolated act. Over a reign lasting more than 90 years, tens of thousands of children disappeared into chambers like this. Not because Pepi II was born a monster, but because he was made into one. Pepi became king at 6 years old. Too young to understand symbolism, too young to separate ritual from reality. At his coronation, he was declared divine, not metaphorically, literally. Blood rituals followed. Executions followed. And something inside the child shifted. Witnesses wrote that he did not recoil. He observed. He learned. Power did not traumatize him. It revealed him. By adolescence, he was no longer curious. He was methodical. Pain became something to catalogue. Fear something to study. And because no one could stop him, no one ever tried. Over decades, Egypt quietly reorganized itself around one man's appetites. Entire provinces diverted crops, trade routes shifted. Bureaucracies formed whose only purpose was acquisition. Villages learned to lie, parents learned to hide. Some scarred their sons to make them undesirable. Others chose death together rather than surrender their children. Egypt starved, not from drought alone, but because its resources were feeding something else. By the time Pepi reached old age, Egypt was isolated, feared, avoided, cursed by neighboring civilizations. Trade collapsed, the army dissolved, priests stopped speaking his name. And then, after 94 years on the throne, Pepi died quietly, no punishment, no reckoning. What followed was panic. Records burned, chambers sealed, walls torn down. The children who remained alive were not freed. They were erased. Egypt fractured almost immediately. Not conquered, not invaded. It collapsed under the weight of what it had allowed. This story isn't unique, only its scale is. History repeats this pattern. Whenever power is absolute and time is unlimited. Predators thrive when systems protect them. Atrocities grow when bureaucracy normalizes them. Silence becomes collaboration. Pepi didn't destroy Egypt with war. He did it with absence, missing children, broken bloodlines, generations that never existed. That is what finally brought down the old kingdom. And that is why this story matters, because monsters are not born. They are crowned, they are protected, they are left unchecked. And every civilization is only one untouchable ruler away from discovering how much horror it can tolerate before it collapses under its own silence.